Hello, you guys. I am so excited on tonight. This is Lady K with Lady K Motivate. I am so grateful to each and every one of you all for joining. This is our first show of this new year. The frame, everything with the platform has been updated so it can be done at excellence. I'm so excited tonight. I have one of my classmates, a high school, coming on. She is a boss in her own right. She has really traveled and had a journey in her own right. And I'm so excited. If you all would just go ahead and tag and share. I'm gonna tag a few people on um my side. But go ahead and tag and share, you guys. We're gonna get started. We are gonna get started. Okay, so without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and invite my guest on here.
Am I
Hello,
on?
hello, hello.
Hello.
Yes, you are on live.
Thank you for having me, Lady K. I appreciate it. As she said before, we high
Thank you.
school buddies and all that good stuff, classmates, and yeah, thank you for having me. I'm Denisia Blue June Andrews, a native of Tallahassee, I guess Havana, Florida, on whichever day,
Yes.
whoever explains it. I'm from both places. And I'm a songwriter, Grammy nominated songwriter, singer, producer. And that's what I've been doing for the last 10 years. I've been blessed enough to take care of myself, writing songs for others.
Right. So what has been Denise, what has been your passion for writing the songs?
I would just say my passion is just knowing what my calling is. Being able to express myself and help others express themselves through song and through lyrics and words and melodies. That has a special place. Those
Mhm.
things have a special place in my heart. So I think that's what just drives my passion. It's just my calling and just God just giving me so much grace to go through it and to be successful because it's a really hard business to penetrate, and I'm fortunate enough and blessed enough to be able to do it full time.
Right, because I'm full time, and that's the
Yeah,
thing. That's what every entrepreneur wants to do. They want to 1099 out. They want to be full time, bossed up, but it does take
yeah,
hard work and determination, and you have to know that's something that you've really been called to do.
absolutely.
So what was your most challenging project that you might have worked on previously?
My most challenging project was working with Tiana Taylor on the KTSE album, primarily just because it
Mhm.
was under the leadership of, and well, Kanye West was executive producing it, and we were alongside him executive producing it, and the direction kept changing, and just Kanye West is an icon. He's a legend. So,
Right.
he's a perfectionist. And so, I've never worked up under so much. It was just strenuous, but we cut through, we made it through, and I'm actually happy that, we were a part of that album because it grew me in ways that, I wouldn't have grown.
Right. Okay. So when did you know it was time to leave your hometown? Time to leave from familiarity?
I just felt as though I was outgrowing just the circuit here. Um, you know,
Mhm.
I took some time. I used to work with a lot of producers here, and at some point, it was just like my passion was so strong, and I just had this really strong burning desire, and I felt like the
Mhm.
people around me didn't have the same desire. So at some point, I just got my own
Gotcha.
equipment. I started learning how to record myself, and I would lock myself away in the room for hours and hours, and I did that for a couple of years until it was like, hey, I think I'm ready to just go venture off. I just felt like I had kind of broken the ceiling here, and it was just time to move.
Right. Right. And that's what happens. When did you know when how did you link up and be the collaboration you are with Nova Waves?
How did I get the collaboration? How did I form Nova Wave?
Yes, yes. How did you all link up?
Okay, so I was working with some musicians here in Tallahassee, and I came across this beat
Mm-hmm.
that I really really loved, and I was doing a hook because I used to do hook for a lot of rappers and stuff, and I was like, yo, who made this hook? This hook is amazing. I
Okay.
mean, who made this beat? It's amazing. And they were like, a girl made it from Atlanta, and she's actually looking for a female artist, songwriter, and you should hit her up. So I
Mm-hmm.
reached out to her via Facebook, and we just hit it off
Mm-hmm.
immediately. Like the chemistry was instant, and we worked together for about a year and a half until she
Right.
persuaded me to quit my job and move to Atlanta. And like a fool, I quit my job and moved.
Well, that was a step of faith. That
Absolutely,
was
it
a step
was.
of faith, and now I know that. Yeah, that was a step of faith. So, what has been your favorite song that you've written?
My favorite song I've written is "Gonna Love Me" by Tiana Taylor, because it probably was the song that took the least amount of time, and it was just a very honest song and relatable, and it felt like my soul. I got a real old soul, and it felt like me. If I could describe a song that feels like
Right.
me, I would say "Gonna Love Me" does. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. How easy is it with for you to connect with different artists with all these different personalities going on at a level playing field?
It's fairly easy. I'm human still, and I have my days where I'm just like, look, I'm not up for the BS, but I have to always remember that I'm there to be of service. So it ain't about my ego. It ain't about what I want. Sometimes I have to step aside and say, okay, God, get my attitude in alignment, get my energy right. Because you are dealing with a lot of people, but you got to realize that you're dealing with people that are dealing with things too. You know what I mean? So with a lot more burden than I
Right.
have. So I just have to remember what my job is, and I just go in and do my job, and I'm out. It's just that easy for me.
Right. Right. Because we're all dealing with our personal issues, but when it comes to work, we just gotta focus in and just really get it done. Now, how do
Yep.
you? I know my degree of when I'm writing a book, I deal with writer's block. How do you deal with writer's block on your end? How do you have to diffuse everything and just get in the zone?
Man, I just have sometimes I have to step away for a while just to get re-inspired. Sometimes it can just feel monotonous at times, because even though it's something I enjoy doing, you know, I gotta
Hmm.
break up the routine sometimes. So I take a break away from it. I like to travel. I spend time with my family and my friends and people that I love, and it gives me like a boost. I
Right.
exercise. I try to eat right. So just so that I can always just stay in a creative mode. So I always got the energy to do what I need to do. But I don't always feel like it. But I gotta push through because this is my job.
Right. Right. It's your job. And how do you work with deadlines? How do they do the deadlines? Do they give you a day to write the songs, a week? Like how do they determine that?
Honestly, like in this profession, it ain't a lot of deadlines. It's kind of just like, I might go in the studio with a certain artist, and we might have a session for a day. And a studio session can range anywhere between 6 hours to 12 hours, or it can range from 1 day to 2 weeks, So it's just about maximizing the time that you have and
Right.
maximizing every opportunity. A bigger artist might send me something and say, I need this back ASAP. And ASAP means I'm going to try to get it back that same day. ASAP can mean 3 days, So it's just about maximizing the time you have,
Right.
really. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you write on your experience or do you piggyback on what you've seen and or other people's experience when writing your songs?
I'm gonna tell you like this: if you've ever told me your business, I probably written it in a song. Honestly, but I always get clearance from my friends to do that. I usually don't write about my experiences much because it's just hard to do. It's hard for me to open up in that way. But I make up stories. I
Right.
write stories about some things my friends have shared with me. So it just ranges from
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things. Yeah.
Gotcha. Do you have a like a routine process? Do you have to eat something before you write, or do you have to do something real funny, that other people might do before you're in the studio or while you're in the studio to make sure that creativity is going?
Well, I can tell you what I do for sure. I definitely like to write alone. If it's not me, it's usually
Okay.
my production partner and myself. But I definitely, we kick everybody out of the studio. We always pray because you got to get the atmosphere right. And yeah, and that's about
Right.
it. I might have me a little wine or something on the side. I'm gonna keep it real with you, just to calm my nerves down. Sometimes when
Right.
I'm in with artists, because I'm always nervous. But yeah, I just I kick everybody out and get the energy right, just to make sure everything is you know yeah settled.
Right. Right. Because I can imagine big artists like Kanye West and everything. I've like, you being
So
there.
nervous, so
It's
nervous.
some like I'm like, is it just me? Because I would be starstruck for a minute. Like, what did you say?
Yeah, I mean, I've had those moments, but it's kind of just like I always got to tell myself, okay, I'm supposed to be here. I knew I was going to be here. Don't get too wrapped up in the moment, because sometimes you can get so wrapped up in the moment that you miss the moment. So I always just got to keep one foot in front of the other and remember, okay, this is
Right,
professional. You can't be asking for pictures. You can't be in here fanning out. Let them ask for those things, like. So yeah, it's just a fine line you got to walk. It's a fine line.
gotcha,
And it's
Well,
something I
who
even want to share with you.
you work with? You just a few people. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's really bigger than skill set when it comes to doing this. It's a lot about character too. It's about integrity and just kind of just knowing how to move, how to present yourself. Because I mean, you can really walk into a room
Right,
and you can be off and you can be talented. And before you even get to play your music for somebody, they might be like, "Oh, I don't really like they vibe." So um
r-
it's like emotional intelligence has played a really big part of me getting to where I am right now, because a lot of times I had to know how to play the situation the right way. So I just something I want to share, because a lot of people just they skip that part because they so ran to just get on.
gotcha.
Yeah,
But yeah, but you gotta have discernment piece and that level piece. That's why it's good to come, formulate that good foundation. You have good grassroots. You grew up in a good family and things like that. Even for the people that haven't, it's just good to remain to a level of humility and humbleness to just get through it all. And
absolutely.
that'll take you a long way.
A long way.
That'll
Yep.
take you a long way. A long way. So what I know you work with a lot of people, but can you just tell the audience a few people that you work with and your experience with them, who you like and who you really like and things of
You
that nature?
you trying to get me in trouble now, because people gonna be like, you picking favorites.
Oh, good.
No, but of course I've worked with Beyonce, Jay-Z, Rihanna, DJ Khaled, Ariana Grande, Kodak Black, Jasmine
Hmm.
Sullivan, just a plethora of artists, like a wide range of artists. I work with Mariah Carey and Kelly Clarkson, and you know just a lot of different artists and a lot of different genres of music. And everybody has its own special place for sure. I would say that my favorite has to be Beyonce, and not just because she's Beyonce, of course, but just the patience she's shown us, and the respect, the
Hmm.
mutual respect. And we've done a lot of music together, and she could have chosen anybody, and to continue to choose Nova Wave and myself. It's amazing. So I would just say definitely Beyonce, because she really boosts my confidence and helped me become a better writer.
Right, right, and that's
Yeah.
good, and that's my girl. I love her. I love everybody, but it's just something special about certain people. I mean, it
Yeah.
just is what it is. Who do you still want to collaborate with in the future that you hadn't already collaborated with?
Well, I'm a lover of all things Drake, so I'm definitely speaking that into existence. Drake for sure. I want to work with man, Justin Bieber and
You got to put
Adele,
that on
and
a big board.
absolutely
Mm-hmm.
I got to put it on my vision board. So yeah, I mean, just anybody and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do more gospel for sure. But I just want to work. I'm just trying to be one of the greatest to ever do it. So that means that I have to extend myself. So I'm willing though. So, but Drake for sure.
Gotcha. What would you suggest to other songwriters that are trying to get into the business? Maybe they're not a songwriter, maybe they're a rapper or a singer or whatever. What would you suggest for them to do?
I think first and foremost, you got to know where your grace is, because you can be operating outside of your grace. And like I remember when I first started, and I thought I was a rapper, and then I thought I was a
Mm-hmm.
singer, and then as I started to dive more into it, I realized that I really just enjoy writing songs, and so I could have wasted a lot of time trying to be
Gotcha.
in a spotlight, knowing that I didn't enjoy that. So you got to find out what your true passion is, and
Gotcha.
exactly what you trying to do within the music business, because there's a lot of different things to do. And after you do that, just go full force of
Mm-hmm.
it. Network with people and step outside of your comfort zone. Learn how to record yourself. Learn how to work all the programs. It's just so much. It's so much you can be doing.
Right.
Just being a student of your craft for real. And I always tell people that all is always going to rise to the top. If you have the catalog, if you really have the skill, it's gonna get to the right person if you're putting the work in. You just have to put the work in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's with any career, I think, that's with any career. You got to know what you're good at. I see so many people, they go into college, they switch their majors 1,000 times. They
Mm-hmm.
get into jobs they don't like
Yeah.
until later they find out what they are really purposed to do. So
Right.
it sometimes it takes time, but when you get the right fit, when you find that right shoe and it fits good, it feels good, and it's actually working and producing, it just works for you. And
Absolutely.
that's what I'm all about. That's what I'm all about. Making sure the shoe fits, making sure people, walk into purpose. What is next for you?
What's next? Man, who knows? But I definitely wanna start a really big production company where I can sign other songwriters, sign other producers, and really just help grow talent, grow creatives. Not necessarily artists, but for sure
Hmm.
songwriters and producers. And I wanna act. I want to be a fitness model. Like these are things
Oh.
I really, really, really want to do. So that's why I've been, getting myself
Oh,
together
okay.
as far as my fitness goes, and because I want to do things outside of music, but I know music is gonna be the vehicle to get me to where I want to go. But I want to do a bunch of things. So y'all stay
Gotcha.
tuned, because Blue June about to blow up.
I know. I know. I just want to, it's just one thing could just blow over into a whole other streams or other streams. But like I tell people, you have to make your main thing, and then God will open up the rivers so you can go other different places.
Hmm.
Now, I have whole platform, my first book, everything was now execute, execute. God had really gave me that. And if you could say like anything about the word execute and how to, because I'm all about, a lot of people say they want to do a thing, but they just talk about it. They just sit at their house and talk about it. They get on the phone and talk about it, but they never actually produce anything. So if you could like inspire anybody that's watching this on how to really get from a place of stagnation to a place of fruitfulness, that'll be so helpful to somebody on here watching.
Right. I just want to make sure that I make sure I say the right thing. I mean, it's simple as, I mean, we've heard it 1,000 times. Faith without work is dead. So, one thing that I used to always be telling my friend, my production partner, that I want to get back in shape. I want to get back in shape, and she used to always say, "When you're ready, you will do it." So to me, faith is action. So it's like, the biggest compliment you can give yourself is by putting yourself in position. So It's like whenever you could say something a million times, but when you're ready, you'll do it. And get yourself and position yourself around people that
Right.
inspire you to move. Don't sit on the phone with people who are only thing they do is
Right.
talk. Get around people who are doing. And I'm telling you, if you aren't inspired by them, then I don't know what to tell you.
Right. Right. And that's what
So
I
I
tell
mean, yeah.
people, association. It's a big part of it. I just want to thank you so much for your time. I'm not going to take it up any longer, but I just thank you coming on the platform just to grace us and just to let them know that you about your personal journey and how you've evolved and that you're actually walking into your purpose. You're living it out right now. And anybody could do it, but they just have to be zoomed in and honed in to what they need to do. I just want to thank you for coming on and gracing us on tonight. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome.
All right.
All right. Can I say one more thing? Because
Oh, yeah. You back on.
okay, I'm back on. Okay. Attitude is everything. It's people don't realize that, but
Yes.
attitude is everything, and the thoughts you put out into this world have a rhythm and a pulsation. So you got to remember the things that you think are the things that you're going to receive. So
Mm-hmm.
just keep your attitude right, stay positive. And I know it's not easy, but you know just remember that your
Yeah.
attitude is everything, and it's a rhythm. You're going to receive whatever you give out. So yeah, that's that.
Right. Yeah, but a lot of people, and just to close that out, a lot of people want, but they hadn't put anything in to be, even for it to come back to them. It's like,
Absolutely.
you know, you gotta put in something. You gotta put in the work. You gotta put in the time. You gotta put in the dedication. You gotta have a good attitude because that's gonna be sold right back onto you. So, I
Yep.
mean, that's
The
that's
word for
so that's
the
so
word for this
true.
season is discipline. This discipline is the word in this season. I think I know for myself, discipline. That's what I tell myself every day. Stay disciplined, because okay, you got the skills, you got the success, but to get to that greater
Hmm.
destination, you're gonna have to be disciplined. So yeah, that's that.
Right,
I'm done.
right.
I'm done for real this time.
You good, cause somebody need to hear. I preach it all the time. I talk to people. I tell them, they get mad at me. They say, you too straightforward. You whatever. I tell people I'm working on me, but I know the keys to getting somewhere. I know it's principles behind everything, and
Yes. Yes.
it's principles behind everything. And I used to say, I'm in my mid 30s and I feel like I should be here. I feel like I should be there. But God say you right where you need to be. And now that you know
Right.
better, to
Yep.
tell other people how to get those different places. So again, thank you so much. I love you. And I
I
thank
love
you just
you.
for coming on and gracing us and telling us
Anytime,
about your
anytime you need
journey.
me. Anytime you need
Okay.
me. Thank you for having me, Lady K.
Okay. Thank you too, D. Okay.
All right, good night.
Listen, you guys, I want you to thank you all for joining Lady K Motivates on tonight, where I had my childhood friend, Denisia Andrews, aka Blue June, a part of the Nova Wave group. And she's a songwriter, a singer, she's a rapper, she's been all those things, but she found what she needed to do in songwriting, and it's just blew her up. She's been able to collaborate with so many different celebrities, and she started from ground up. Listen, it's not too late for you to execute. It's not too late for you to reintroduce yourself to the world. It's not too late for you to make a second to come in the door a second time, make it a second impression. Maybe you say I messed up plenty of times before, but it's another day brings another opportunity. This platform is designed to empower, inspire you to execute now and to really execute your fruit. Think about it. What has been holding you back? What has been stopping you to getting where you want to be? Things have changed, but vision doesn't change. Purpose doesn't change. So in this season, in this time, on today, I want you to key in to what whatever has been lying dormant inside of you and say, listen, I still can do it. These are the steps. These is the prerequisite. This is what I need to do. I need to go back to school. I need to talk to this person. I need to take time out my day to write me a schedule. I need to reset myself. And like my friend said, it takes the word for this season is discipline. Discipline, discipline, discipline. I want to thank you all. This was an exclusive interview, and this is what I'm doing all this month. Thank you all for supporting. Thank you all for coming on. Thank you all for tagging and sharing because, again, somebody needs to be inspired, empowered to execute now. This is Lady K. If any of you all want to come onto the show, just inbox me and I will be glad to schedule you in. Again, thank you for joining. And here is the lineup for the rest of the month.